Mike Zeroh one
can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look into the relentless lies of Mike Zeroh. It would seem that it's now a no-holds-barred approach for Zeroh when it comes to who and what he will lie about, to enhance his click-through percentage on his channel. Star Wars has become a thing of the past after so many years, and he has now become a full-blown grifter and reactionary, pandering to those who want to hear specific things surrounding shows and films they like, and people they detest. Never has this been more apparent than what he's taken to lying about now, and that's South Park and Jada Pinkett Smith. But let's start with the fake story he made up surrounding the creators of South Park, and their up-and-coming TV special, the PANDERVERSE, which is to be aired on the 27th of October, 2023. On October the 11th, South Park Studios released the trailer for their upcoming TV special, the PANDERVERSE. As one would expect, the usual suspects were all over it like a rash. Channels like RK Outpost, Nerdrotic, The Quartering, WDW Pro, Yellow Flash, and Geeks and Gamers, to name but a few. It goes without saying that they were loving the approach taken by South Park, as it underpins everything these channels have been saying for years. There is no room for woke nonsense within well-established movies and TV shows, by means of gender and race swapping. So the trailer dropped on the 11th. By the 13th, Ryan Kennel released a video and gave his views and thoughts for the upcoming show from the South Park creators, and 4 minutes later, the video was over. He made his points and views clear, and since that download, which was now some 8 days ago, he hasn't made another video about the PANDERVERSE TV special, even though he has made another 27 videos in the meantime. The next day, the 14th of October, the day after Ryan and 3 days after the trailer dropped, Zeroh uploaded his version of events. Because as we all know, or what we should know by now, is that Zeroh can't deal in what most would deem factual and leave it at that. He has to put his own twist on it, or in other words, he has to lie. And how do I know he's lying? Well, you only need look at the title of the first of 4 videos he has made in just as many days. Disney takes action against South Park, mocking woke Hollywood and Snow White. A trailer that never showed any Disney characters directly was still enough to warrant a title that makes it seem like Disney were running off to their lawyers, and are getting ready to take some form of action. In fact, the video that followed 3 days later, titled, Disney Taking Legal Action Against South Park for Mocking Woke Hollywood and Snow White, was claiming just that. But these are just clickbait titles, sensationalized and completely false, designed to just draw you in and start believing what you're hearing. Now here is the kicker. Zeroh uses one phrase and one phrase a great many times, and that phrase is, behind closed doors. This would suggest that Zeroh is somehow privy to the inner workings of Disney and of Lucasfilm, but he isn't, and that's how I know he's lying, because in his first video, he said this.
It's an exclusive event for October 27th, and Disney's not happy about it one bit. And this has been going on, by the way, for weeks, as it turns out. So let's go through this further, shall we? Now, of course, on top of that, Trey Parker and Matt Stone's drama with Disney has actually been happening for weeks now behind closed doors, and it is only rattling throughout Disney as of right now, throughout all of Hollywood behind the scenes, since the teaser dropped just a couple of days ago for the exclusive event to air on October 27th.
So Disney and the South Park creators were already in this back and forth about the upcoming PANDERVERSE special, the same special that Disney were going to take action for. I'm sorry, but if I knew of things like this, I would have released all the information I had prior to the trailer dropping, and prior to some announcement that Disney were indeed going to take action against Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like a real scooper would do. But Zeroh isn't a news scooper, he's a clickbaiter, a fraud, a phony, and all the other descriptive words you can think of, that would best describe someone whose intentions are not genuine and honest to those he is supposed to be informing. I went back over some more Zeroh videos from the past 4 months, on the premise I might have missed something, but there were no other videos about South Park of any kind. So in short, he had information about a TV special from South Park. He never made a video telling everyone to keep their eyes open for a trailer coming soon, and that Disney were thinking about going up against South Park with legal action because of the show's content. No, he kept it all hush-hush until 3 days after the trailer dropped and then made up some BS story that Disney were taking it upon themselves to go up against Trey and Matt, purely based on South Park's past endeavors in ridiculing Hollywood, and just about anyone else for that matter. And what cements this argument further is this. They don't use the actual voices of the celebrities, so that's legal. They are allowed to use public figures and companies in a parody, legally without fear of reprisals. Now, if they use a celebrity or company and actually claim something that's not true, that's illegal. Since they are obviously a comedy show and just poking fun, they can say almost anything about anyone with no fear of being sued. So Zeroh's obvious and blatant stories surrounding Disney is utter BS, both in the clip you heard and in his other videos that have followed, and yet people believe it's real. My own subscribers on the other hand are a little more battle-weary from this nasty piece of work, including Timothy Chapman, David B7930, Ryan Barth 6691 and the One Soulmate, who are regular posters in the comment section, along with a good many others. This is all part of the repetitive and relentless use of people and companies that are trending at any given time. Zeroh uses this as a means to grab hold of as many people as he can, by giving them what they want to hear, and they think they're getting the truth, but the truth is, they're being sold a lie. He will flag up events that haven't happened yet, and when it comes to it, these events will never happen. It just keeps people coming back for each new video, but when they return they just get to see and hear what they already knew, but now it's wrapped in a completely different way, or so it would seem. Isn't it remarkable that the people who the general public hate are the very people Zeroh just happens to have news on, and all the news is the same. Everyone has done something to upset someone, they're blacklisted or fired by whoever, only to return with some furious or outlandish outburst that upsets the public even more. It happened with Kathleen, Brie, Rachel, Phoebe and now Jada, all very different people, that have all gone and done exactly the same thing, and they have now all suffered the same consequences for their actions. I mean seriously, what are the chances? I understand that there are elements that are real to some of the stories out there, it's just the ongoing situations that befall these celebrities that makes me question at which point did reality become fiction. I know when to draw a line under it, Zeroh however doesn't, and nor do those who subscribe to him, and they're the ones I feel sorry for. Because for all their posturing and so-called insight, and how they think they're adding a solid contribution to Zeroh's comment section, they do so on the premise that the story is real, when it isn't, and that's the sad part about it. I would hasten to add that there will still be more stories about the South Park situation, even though there isn't one, and Jada Pinkett Smith will be removed from more films she was going to be in before being blacklisted by Hollywood, and more celebs will be dragged into this BS factory, but I think that's another video for another time. Anyway, that's all I have for today, so until the next time, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you again soon.
So maybe come up from your mom's basement, okay? And get a real life and stop scaring people, you nerd. Yeah, basic.